Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 20th Vanguard ceremony. I am Mariam Ahmed, current president of the Chicago Bar Association, your host for this event. The Vanguard Awards are presented to honor individuals who have made the law more accessible to and reflective of the community. The annual celebration of diversity and inclusion gathers organizations and lawyers from across the Chicagoland area. It is unique and unparalleled in the United States of America. The CBA has been sponsoring this event since 1998. It is one of the events that makes me proud as a Chicago Bar Association lawyer. This award ceremony has become a highlight of the Chicago legal community. It provides our community with a focal point to celebrate the accomplishments of diverse lawyers and organizations. It fosters a greater understanding and collaboration between our city's diverse bar associations. You will see that our list of participating bar associations has grown since 1998. This year, there are 14 bar associations participating in this ceremony. In addition to the Chicago Bar Association, the participants are Advocates Society, Arab American Bar Association of Illinois, Asian American Bar Association of Greater Chicago, Black Women's Lawyers Association of Greater Chicago Incorporated, Chicago Bar Association, Chinese American Bar Association of Greater Chicago, the Cook County Bar Association, the Decalogue Society of Lawyers, Filipino American Lawyers Association, Hispanic Lawyers Association of Illinois, LADBAC, Puerto Rican Bar Association of Illinois, South Asian Bar Association of Chicago, Women's Bar Association of Illinois. Each bar association was instructed to select a recipient whose accomplishments it feels have been particularly meaningful and has had great impact within its bar community, and who meet the general criteria of enhancing the legal profession in Chicago. It is my privilege to introduce each award recipient. I will keep the introduction short, but please read the bios that are available on the website. My congratulations to our 14 deserving recipients. And now, on with the show. Congratulations, Michael Shamil.
Hi, I am Mike Camille. I am a circuit judge in McHenry County. As I often say, I'm a simple boy of Polish heritage from the south side of Chicago. Thank you so much to the Advocates Society for the honor of the Vanguard Award this year. I am truly humbled by this. My grandparents came from Poland, and my parents were born and raised in Chicago. I'm the first to graduate college in my family, let alone law school. I was raised to work hard and achieve what could be achieved. I truly believe that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. The Advocate Society does wonderful work with current day immigrants to assist them in finding their way in this new world through a legal aid clinic and the works of its individual members in minimizing barriers to justice. The Advocates also award scholarships for our next generation of lawyers. The Advocates serve our current generation of lawyers by nurturing camaraderie and encouraging growth and educating them on the topics of the day, including the effects of the pandemic. The Advocates further serve the community through a speakers bureau, work to preserve heritage, and perhaps most importantly, work to advance the rule of law through education and positive interaction. Personally, I encourage all lawyers and judges to do what they can, blessed as we are, in the profession we find ourselves. Visit local schools and offer to teach civics, especially about the work of judges, lawyers, and others in our legal system. Engage in community organizations and show the positive role of those in our profession. Volunteer at pantries and shelters to help those in need. Coach youth sports and lead by example to show priorities and encourage the next generations to do what they can. You are a force for change. Pick a cause and devote yourself to it. You will be amazed what you can accomplish. Dziękuję Advocates, thank you Chicago Bar, and thanks to all who respect, live by, and advance the rule of law.
Congratulations, Vivian Kalath.
Hello, everyone. I'm beyond honored, humbled, and grateful to be the Arab American Bar Association's nominee for the 2021 Vanguard Award. For nearly 3 decades, the Arab American Bar Association has been at the forefront of the fight to ensure that the rule of law, above all else, continues to prevail in this country, regardless of your race, religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. Under the leadership of our current president, Marvat Swice, the bar has been able to remain active and productive during the worst healthcare crisis in over 100 years, the worst economic crisis in decades, and civil unrest unlike anything this generation has ever seen before. This month, my community is also celebrating Arab American Heritage Month and the holy month of Ramadan. It is in this spirit that I want to end my remarks by sharing a short poem by Harun Rashid, a Muslim author who hails from Kashmir. I'm sure many of you probably have heard it when it made its way through social media during the pandemic, but it continues to resonate with me, as I hope it does with you. And it goes like this. We fell asleep in one world and woke up in another. Suddenly, Disney is out of magic. Paris is no longer romantic. New York doesn't stand up anymore. The Chinese wall is no longer a fortress, and Mecca is empty. Hugs and kisses suddenly become weapons, and not visiting parents and friends becomes an act of love. Suddenly you realize that power, beauty, and money are worthless and can't get you the oxygen that you're fighting for. The world continues its life, and it is beautiful. It only puts humans in cages. I think it's sending us a message that you are not necessary. The air, earth, water, and sky without you are fine. When you come back, remember that you are my guests, not my masters. We are slowly coming back, my friends, and I only hope that we emerge from this crisis as better attorneys, better friends, and better human beings. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it is that we are stronger together. Thank you again.
Congratulations, John Kim.
I am humbled and honored to represent the Asian American Bar Association of Greater Chicago as a Vanguard recipient. Thank you to ABBA Chicago President Christy Ganoan and the board for this recognition. At this inflection point for the Asian American Pacific Islander community, I am proud of ABBA Chicago's members and leadership, including immediate past President Gary Zhao, for speaking out against anti-Asian rhetoric during the pandemic. Through ABBA Chicago's leadership, we have convened forums and partnerships with the Illinois Attorney General, Cook County State's Attorney, and key stakeholders to combat attacks against our communities. In this moment, it is vital that all of us unify and give voice to our communities to take a stand against hate. ABBA Chicago is an affiliate of the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, or NAPABA, which, along with its philanthropic arm, the NAPABA Law Foundation, which continues to form alliances and raise resources to combat hate crimes against all of our communities. I am honored to serve as president of the NAPABA Law Foundation, standing on the shoulders of prior Vanguard honorees and Chicago lawyers, Samuel Lee and Michael Chu. The focus of the foundation is to promote the development, advancement, leadership, and public service of Asian Pacific Americans in the legal profession through fellowships, scholarships, education, and community partnerships. As a downstate in-house lawyer, I am particularly grateful to find community and inclusion through ABBA Chicago and sister bar associations. I am also thankful to ABBA Chicago for their support in my role as a commissioner on the Illinois Supreme Court Commission on Professionalism, which, through the support of the court, is focused on DE&I in the profession. I also want to thank my colleagues and leadership at State Farm, who champion and support DE&I efforts in so many ways. Last of all, this would not be possible without the love and support of my wife, Danielle, and my 3 daughters. Congratulations to this year's Vanguard honorees.
Congratulations, Judge LaShonda Hunt.
I am thrilled that the Black Women Lawyers Association of Greater Chicago, Inc. nominated me to receive this Vanguard Award. My sincere thanks to the entire board and President Kenyatta Beverly for this honor. When I look at the list of past award recipients, I see so many of my mentors, my friends, the Black women lawyers and judges who shaped and molded me as I sat at their feet. The support and guidance of retired Judge Ann Claire Williams, Francine Shalunas, Andy Zopp, Z. Scott, Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman, retired Judge Patricia Brown Holmes, retired Justice Shelvin Louise Marie Hall, and countless others propelled me to where I am today. They are true gifts to me personally and to the broader legal community. Those of us who have benefited from the vision of these resilient Black women are charged with continuing the great legacy of BWLA that began nearly 35 years ago in a downtown department store basement. I am proud to say, as a BWLA past president, that we are still providing excellent programming, mentoring young lawyers, serving the community, awarding scholarships to law students, and boldly challenging the status quo. You see, each of us has to lift as we climb. Being the first cannot turn into the only or the last. I must hold the door open as I go through and pull another sister and another brother in too, because that is how we create real and lasting change and ensure that the legal profession is reflective of the incredibly diverse world we inhabit and the justice system remains accessible to everyone. The barriers exist. We know that. The heartbreaking injustices continue. We feel it deep in our souls each and every day. Still, We fight the good fight. Kudos to my fellow award recipients for doing the hard but meaningful work to ensure that every voice in the community is heard. And many thanks to the Chicago Bar Association for this collective celebration of the courageous people and institutions who refuse to stay silent on the sidelines. In unity, there is strength. Thank you.
Congratulations, Judge Brewer.
Thank you. Fighting for justice has always been part of my legal ministry. It is why I, like many of you, chose the legal profession. Over the years, I gained a deeper social and historical understanding of justice. It became apparent to me that diversity and inclusion are so intertwined with the concept of justice that simply stated, no diversity, no justice. It has been my objective to promote these two principles in every venue I have worked. Today, to have my body of work recognized by my peers is a great honor and a reminder that there is still much work to be done. I am profoundly grateful to the Chicago Bar Association for considering me worthy of the Vanguard Award. I am especially thankful to CBA President Mariam Ahmad, my kindred spirit on the issues of justice and diversity. I congratulate all the distinguished 2021 Vanguard recipients, and I want to pay tribute to all the bar associations here for what you represent and the important work that you do. I want to give a shout out to my 6th District colleagues for always being so supportive. Finally, I want to thank my wife, Drusilla, for her patience and support. Thank you again.
Congratulations, Virginia Yang.
To my friends and colleagues, especially the Chinese American Bar Association friends, thank you all for this 2021 Vanguard Award. This award actually belongs to all of you for all of your time and energy during these early years together. This award is only possible because you had trust and faith in our group and all my crazy projects to help keep us focused as young Chinese attorneys. And as I said, as a newly elected president, we don't have to be we don't have to be the American Bar Association or even the Chicago Bar Association, but we are the Chinese American Bar Association. So by reaching into our community, we found ways to help and serve them and partner with as many other community organizations as were interested in our programs. And we grew to become who we are today. Some of these efforts were successful and others need improvement, but that was always the goal, to get better and to improve. So now we are at a different time with different issues facing our community. With the reoccurrence of anti-Asian American sentiments, it is important that we step forward and speak out eloquently, awkwardly, loudly, or softly, whatever. We must take steps that may be unfamiliar or beyond our comfort group. And from my own experience, it has always been beyond my comfort zone. My parents were stunned when I decided to enroll in law school. You know, lawyers were only for accidents and for trouble. And even when I graduated from law school and ventured into environmental law, one of my dearest friends said, "But Ginny, there's no environment in Illinois." So the times have changed and for the better, and they will continue if we all take steps forward and speak out. Much love from an old friend, and someday we'll all meet up and have a good cup of tea and a great dim sum lunch. Thank you so very much.
Congratulations, Senator Toy Hutchinson.
Hello, everybody. I'm Toy Hutchinson in the 2021 Vanguard Award for the Cook County Bar Association, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am to receive such an amazing thing from an organization that I care greatly about. I will say this, my journey to even getting my law degree in the first place was not typical. I was 41 years old by the time that actually happened, while I was serving in the state Senate with 3 kids and 3 campaigns. So for any organization to say that I could be a vanguard in anything connected to the legal community means more than I can say. Part of the beauty of the word vanguard itself means that you're at the beginning, you're at the forefront, and our efforts to legalize cannabis in this state have been marked with some highs and some lows, with some very important milestones. And that is, it's our first opportunity in Illinois to undo almost 87 years of horrible drug policy that completely and totally targeted groups of people in our state and across our country that look just like me. And I knew that if we were going to normalize and legalize an activity for whom the prohibition of the exact same activity would bar people from living their entire full and complete lives without them being included in the process, then we will have failed. Will it happen overnight? No. Is there a movement across this country to make sure that equity principles are built into anything connected to cannabis? Absolutely. And the most beautiful thing about that is that Illinois has been at the forefront of that. That means equity must be 3 things. It must be how you change the face of the industry. It must include what do you do with the money? And it has to acknowledge decades and decades and decades of criminalizing entire communities and destroying generations of people. So this award, to me, means something bigger than just another plaque or pretty monument that I can put on my desk. What it means is that we have a commitment to the people that we are all here to serve. It points to the fact that when you join the legal profession, that you have to be a zealous advocate on behalf of people who may not have the voice that you have, and to use it every chance you get, any moment you get, to make things different for the people that need you more than anything else. So in 2021, at the end of what's been a sometimes amazing, sometimes horrific last year in this global pandemic, the fact that you chose to honor me for an award like this at this moment in time for this subject matter means more than I could ever say. Thank you so much to everyone at the Cook County Bar Association for considering me for such an illustrious honor. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Congratulations, Judge Megan Goldish.
Thank you, Mario. And thank you to the Decalogue and the CBA for this wonderful award. Congrats to the other honorees. I actually accept this award on behalf of the Decalogue because to me, the people in Decalogue are the vanguards. As hate crimes increased during the pandemic, Decalogue continually stepped up to battle anti-Semitism and racism. We continue to partner with the Arab American Bar for the Building Bridges Award. Last year, I literally crossed bridges and bonded with Marvet Swice, the Arab Bar president. I share this honor with my colleagues in the Domestic Violence Division. We never went remote and came to court every day to ensure and protect everyone's access to justice. I've been in situations where I'm from a different background than everyone else. It can be intimidating, and that is why I am grateful to the Vanguards and Decalogue who protect diversity. Like Decalogue, my family always fostered an appreciation and respect for all cultures. From an early age, I have been involved with the diverse theater community. The town I was from had the largest number of Holocaust survivors in the United States. Additionally, my high school and the neighborhood in which I was raised had the largest number of races, religions, ethnicities, and languages represented of any other place in the nation. Not only did this teach me to swear in many languages, but it allowed me to create lifelong bonds with people from all backgrounds, many of whom had come here because they had been persecuted in other countries. Certainly, I was repeatedly reminded what happened when the hate won and the rule of law was disregarded. Recently, the Decalogue, my connection to other cultures, and my theater background all came together. Through a Decalogue connection, I was able to perform a wedding between the grandchildren of 2 Holocaust survivors, one from South America and one from Greece. Our ceremony was a mix of many traditions and a living embodiment of what Decalogue strives to do as vanguards, to honor our past and to respect and coexist with other communities. Decalogue, you continue to enhance the legal profession. You are champions of equality. You are mensches. You are vanguards. Thank you for letting me represent you here today. And thank you again to the Chicago Bar Association.
Congratulations, Mary Carmen Madrid Cross, our posthumous awardee. Accepting this award on behalf of Mary Carmen will be her sister, Marilyn Lorenzo. Thank you.
I speak for my sister, Attorney Mary Carmen R. Madrid Cross, who passed away last year at the age of 63. I know she feels grateful and honored that the Filipino American Lawyers Association has chosen her to be one of the recipients of its 2021 Vanguard Award. I understand that the FALA's mission is to assist the Filipino American legal professionals who in turn assist and serve the interests of the Filipino American legal community. If my sister was alive, she would express wholehearted support for that mission. Thank you for allowing her to be a valuable member of this association. My congratulations goes to the other Vanguard awardees as well. Thank you to the president of the association, Attorney Mark Calaguas, who had reached out to me. I wish the Filipino American Legal Lawyers Association, its officers and members, continued success, mabuhay, and long live to the FALA. Thank you once again.
Congratulations, Juan Morado Jr.
I am humbled and incredibly proud to be selected as a recipient of the prestigious Chicago Bar Association's Vanguard Award. I'd like to congratulate the other awardees for their respective recognition, and I'm in awe to have been included among this group. I would like to thank my wife and life partner, Alice, for her support of me and my work without any hesitation. My children, Benjamin and Eliana, for their love, and because they inspire me to make the world a better place for them to inherit. I'd like to thank my brother and sister and their families, and my mother and father for the example they set for me. I'm appreciative to my firm Benish for all of their support of me and my practice. I spent the first decade of my career in public service and then made the leap to private practice 4 years ago, and I could not have found a better home in Benish. Their commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion inspires me to keep pushing our firm and the entire legal community to be more reflective of the community at large. I'm especially grateful to HLAI, its current board, and the current and past presidents, Janeth Lenini, Lainey Flores, Martin Quintana, and Barbara Flores, who serve on the organization's board today. I count many members of the HLAI familia among my closest friends, and I am passionate about my service to our organization. I've been a member since I was a law student and participated in our JD Mentors program, where I found my first mentors in the law, folks who looked like me and shared similar backgrounds. And I invest the most precious resource we all have, time, in HLAI, because HLAI and its members have invested in me. I've found many mentors within the organization, individuals like Marty Castro, Mercedes Luque Rosales, Amalia Rioja, Jesse Ruiz, Maricel and Steve Hernandez, Justice Jesse Reyes, Pedro de Jesus, and so many others. These individuals inspire me to use my time and resources to make our members successful. That's why every week I meet with mentees and young attorneys to give advice and learn from them so that my generation can better support them. Our success depends on how we support those in our community, and we all have a role to play. We need our law students to encourage undergrads to take the LSAT. We need our lawyers to mentor our law students. We need attorneys in public service to help those lawyers navigate how to be successful in that sector. And we need law firm attorneys to ensure associates stay on track to become partners. And we need our in-house counsel attorneys to support our law firm attorneys in growing their practice. Finally, we need all those people to either pick up a petition or write a check so that our elected officials and judiciary is representative of our community. Many HLAI members already hold prominent leadership positions in government, law firms, corporations, and not-for-profit organizations, and we are just getting started. My success is truly their success. I firmly encourage you all to get civically engaged in our city and our community. I have the distinct pleasure of serving as chair of the Latino Leadership Council on the board of La Casa Norte and was appointed by Mayor Lightfoot to represent our city on the MPEA board. In each of these roles, I bring a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm committed more now than ever to increasing the pipeline of Latino law students, attorneys, and judges, and to building strong partnerships with other communities in our city. I'm fortunate to have achieved what I have in life thus far, and I intend to spend the rest of my life in service to my family, my clients, my community, and my city. I thank you again for this tremendous honor, and I look forward to continuing this important work. Thank you.
Congratulations, Judge Sophia Hall.
Thank you very much. I so appreciate this delightful award, and I'll put it in a place of honor in my chambers. I want to thank Lagback for nominating me for this award. It's a real honor to be among all of those who are receiving this honor from the Vanguard organization. This event honors and advocates for more diversity and inclusion in law and the legal profession. And these extraordinary times make the case for doing that. A lot has been done to promote the need for and to achieve diversity and inclusion. And we know that having persons of different backgrounds in the room can affect the conversations had there and the decisions made there. We know that more presence is needed. We know that inclusion is needed. What is inclusion? It means that the diverse ones in the room feel that they are not an outsider. They feel that they belong. The others in the room, who are in the majority, have the responsibility of engaging that feeling. It takes a deliberate effort. And how do we do that? An obvious step is to talk to the person so you can hear about their lives and experiences. Sharing experiences and life events can be a simple way of getting things going and discovering the many things we have in common. One universal common experience we all have now is coping with COVID. So you'll probably hear interesting stories there. But being human, some of us are shy. We're shy about approaching strangers, but also we may be held back by fear or the stereotypes that we have about others. To reach out, we have to address our own fears and the stereotypes we hold and understand why we hold them. These moments that provide opportunities to reach out to others are easier to create in in-person meetings as we find our seat at a meeting and wait for the meeting to begin, or as we get the refreshments or coffee often provided. Don't we miss that in the world of Zoom meetings? In a Zoom meeting, we have to be more creative in generating moments to share the amusing nonsense of our lives. The effort to do so is well worth the gain. A diverse group gives its greatest benefit when the participants feel more comfortable in participating. It is thus important to encourage the stranger's feeling of being included, of belonging. And that feeling happens when we show a genuine interest in them, and if in fact we are genuinely interested. I so appreciate this opportunity to receive this award. Lagback, I thank you so much for thinking of me, and I wish and congratulate all the others who have received this award in the past and who are receiving them today. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Judge Gloria Chevrolet.
Thanks. It's beautiful. It will be put in one of the shelves that I have in my offices because I have come out of retirement and am now working for the Clerk of the Circuit Court, Iris Martinez, and this will grace one of the shelves in my new office. I want to thank you for the recognition that you have given me. Next month, on May 1st, I will have been a licensed attorney in the state of Illinois for 40 years. I was sworn in on May 1st, 1981. So next month, it'll be 40 years that I have been a practicing attorney in the state of Illinois and dedicated to public service, starting with my years as Deputy Commissioner in the administration of our dear Mayor, Harold Washington. I began my public service with Harold Washington back in the 80s. Soon after that, I was asked to serve in another high-level capacity at the Chicago Transit Authority. I was Senior Deputy Executive Director for Operations there. And in fact, the only former employee ever of the CTA to have been brought back to serve on its board of directors. And I thank Governor J.B. Pritzker for that opportunity. I stepped aside from the CTA to accept the position as Senior Policy Advisor for Clerk Martinez with Clerk of the Circuit Court. So I am once again serving the community. But I'm very, very proud of the years that I spent on the bench. And the reason I am proud of those years is because I know that I helped the judiciary be reflective of the community that it served. There are very, very few Latinas, Hispanic women serving on the judiciary. I was one of the first, and I'm very, very proud of the fact that even after I was elected and was serving on the bench, I helped others, especially Hispanic women, also ascend to the bench, many of whom are still serving to this day. They have a few years to go to retirement. Very good, all of them. I am so proud of all of the Hispanic women that I have helped get elected to the position of judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County. And this award talks about diversity and representation on the bench. That's why I think it's really critical that we continue to have judges elected by way of popular elections. I think we have a pretty good mix right now of judges that are elected by the public and also the associate judges, which are elected by members of the judiciary. I think it's a great combination, a great hybrid kind of system of judges in Cook County, and I look forward to helping others get elected to the bench in the future. Again, I want to thank the Chicago Bar Association and the Puerto Rican Bar Association, because although I have received awards like this in the past, they have mostly been from members of my own community and bar associations within my own community and legal groups within my own community. It means a lot to me and to members of my legal community, the Hispanic legal community, that I'm also recognized by the legal community at large, which is represented by the Chicago Bar Association. Thank you, Chicago Bar Association. Thank you, Puerto Rican Bar Association. And I hope to continue to make you proud of me.
Congratulations to Tejas Shah.
Good day. I am honored that the South Asian Bar Association of Chicago has nominated me for this award. I would also like to thank the CBA and express my gratitude to Eileen Bhandari, Saranya Raghavan, and the rest of the 2020 Saba Chicago Board, as well as members of the Saba Chicago Advisory Board. Being at the vanguard means that you're demonstrating leadership, and I am proud to stand with my fellow Saba Chicago members at a time when hate against minorities has once again reared its ugly head. Over the last decade, through our pro bono legal clinic in partnership with the Indo-American Center of Chicago and Chicago Volunteer Legal Services, our volunteers have ensured that countless immigrants and individuals of limited means and English proficiency have received basic legal services. Through our foundation, we ensure that diverse law students seeking to work in the public interest receive financial support, and that our legal clinic is on a sound financial footing and receives the financial support it needs. It is truly an honor to be the first lawyer in my family in the United States, but I hope I'm not the last. The inclusion of people who look like me at this award ceremony gives hope and is a testament to the strides that our industry has already made. While we all recognize that there's a long path ahead of us and many more steps need to be taken. I'd like to thank my wife, children, parents, and brother for all their love and support. I'd also like to thank my employer, Barnes & Thornburg, for all the support it provides to diverse activities. Thank you again for this wonderful honor.
Congratulations, Maggie Hickey.
Thank you very much. I am honored to have been chosen as the Women's Bar Association Vanguard Award recipient. I want to congratulate all the other award recipients and am proud to be part of such an illustrious group. I am grateful to the Chicago Bar Association for recognizing and honoring the important work done by attorneys to make the legal profession accessible to and a reflection of the community at large. The Women's Bar Association is one of the oldest and largest bar associations in the state of Illinois, and it is the only bar association specifically dedicated to promoting, fostering, protecting, and advancing the interests and welfare of women and women attorneys. The theme of the Women's Bar this year is equality through opportunity. Opportunity is essential to achieving equality for women in the law because we are here and we are ready and able to do the work, but first we need the opportunity to do so. I'm a partner at the law firm of Schiff Hardin. Besides being a champion of women my entire career, I believe that one of the reasons I was chosen as the Women's Bar Association's Vanguard recipient is my role as the independent monitor in the federal consent decree for the Chicago Police Department. My job as the monitor is to assess CPD and the City of Chicago's compliance with the required elements. The consent decree is intended to promote police integrity within CPD and prevent conduct that deprives individuals of their rights, privileges, and immunities protected by the Constitution of the United States. This is a critical time in our country. We must all commit to seeing and treating people as equals, but understand that everyone's lived experience is different, both within the workplace and outside of it. We must acknowledge that people are frequently disadvantaged by oppression based on their personal characteristics, which can include their gender, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disabilities. Because both institutions and individuals contribute to forms of bias, we need to fight on both fronts. We all need to reflect on our own workplaces and review the policies and practices regarding recruiting, retention, and promotion, and change any policy that reflects or perpetuates bias, and also work as individuals to avoid overt and implicit bias in everything we do. We all have lots of work to do, so let's begin. And thank you again for this honor and for taking the time to attend the program today.
Thank you all for joining us today to honor our recipients and to celebrate the diversity and talent in our community. Chicago is one of the best communities within which to practice law, and it is because of the 14 individual bar associations and our honorees that have received this award today, and the 140 individuals that have received this award over the past 20 years. Thank you all for joining us.